Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from T&J, and we are now at the season opener. But before kicking off the inaugural season of resurrecting this Marquette University football team, we had some battles going on in the spring game. Here's what we decided. Ken Carrington showed enough. He's the lowest rated overall quarterback, but he showed enough that he can make the throws. He doesn't need the arm strength to throw downfield necessarily. As long as he throws it there accurately, you can see this. He's more accurate than any other quarterback on our roster. Wolf kind of got the short end of the stick. He got hurt during that game, but it opened up the door for Carrington, and Carrington just took advantage. At the running back position, we kind of had a struggle here. Who are we going to go with, Ingram or Hall? And you know what? We're actually going to go with Hall. Hall showed a lot. He showed that, you know what, he's more than just a third down back. I think he can carry the load, but obviously getting in short situations, we can give the ball to Ingram. They're both going to get the ball. McCray, I had him redshirted before. He proved that he's more valuable than the red shirt. He's going to get some clock for sure. So he's going to be at that second wide receiver position on the left side of the field. And then Medley showed that he does enough for us in the slot. So he's going to slide in at the slot position. And Stanford, he dropped a couple of passes in the game, but he did show enough to see that he can have the fourth wide receiver spot on our team. LaRue was all over the field. He had 91 acceleration, 76 strength, 80 speed. So he matches Hale as far as those attributes go. He's a little bit quicker, but he just gets to the ball. It's just some guys just play smarter when they're on the field, and he seems like one of them. And he's going to start out as our impact player as a freshman redshirt. So he's 6'4" in the middle of our field. The rest of our linebackers are the same, but in the secondary we have Kamara Rivera on the right side, guard on the right side. Noah Carter is going to be on the left side, and then Goss, our strong safety, is actually going to play nickel corner because I like what I've seen from him in coverage. He had some pretty nice plays. He had a drop pick, but I like what I saw from him. So Spencer's going to be the free safety, and then Frederick, the ball hawking safety, is going to be at the strong safety position. So before kicking this game off, let's just look at our recruiting board. So right off the bat, Bo Anderson's going to be our top recruit here. He's going to be a tackle, 72 overall. We're going to be fifth on his list right now. He's 20% locked, so we might be a little, I mean, it's only 200 points, but these top recruits, these 70 overall guys, don't really go to the small schools unless you found them and you discovered them. They don't really go to the small schools. But right now we're fifth on his spot, 72 overall tackle. Scott Green was a guy that I discovered. He's 17% locked, so it's still early in the season. He does have some pretty good skills here. If you look at him, 87 excel, 76 speed. He looks like a linebacker, to be honest. He can tackle pretty well. He's got good pursuit. He doesn't have good in man zone cover, so that's why I think he's going to be a linebacker. He doesn't have, look at the trucking is low, 16 and 14 for stiff arm, so he's definitely not an offensive guy. Josh Dunbar is another guy, 70 overall. We don't really have his coverage ratings right now, but we are second on his list at 70 overall. He's a pretty good prospect as well. Jim Foster, outside linebacker, 68 overall. I just like what I can see early from him. Hit power at 80. Vince Cohen, another athlete. I have him up here because of his speed. I need to get speed, and look at his acceleration. It's at an A. So if I can get an A acceleration, A speed guy, definitely somebody I can use right away. Scott Williams, another fast receiver. I have him on the board strictly for his speed. I don't know what his receiving skills are going to look like. Justin Washington is another guy. His route running at 76, that's one thing that I like about him. He has B speed, so I imagine he's probably going to be mid 80 speed. Those you guys usually turn out to be like that. And the quarterback, Joshua Rich, I don't know. I might need him. I might just redshirt him. He's 64 overall right now. And I mean, if you put him on our team right now, he's probably the best quarterback. If you look at his throwing attributes, 80 throw power, 70 accuracy, 72 accuracy. So we'll see how that goes. Adam Grant, another tackle. Chase Brown, strong safety. I got 325 points on him, but I'm third place for him. And then the number one punter in the nation, I have to have him on there. At Notre Dame. I mean, this is going to be a tough game. What a way to start out the college career here. And it's gonna be a tough environment. But honestly, we just gotta go out there, put up a good fight, at least put some points up on the board, play some defense. I know it's gonna be tough. Man, it's a tough first game, but let's just get into it. Let's go. So here we go. The first game is finally underway. The long-awaited wait is here. But remember when I said that I wouldn't switch on defense at all in this dynasty? That is definitely not going to happen because the computer cheese just plays so bad. And right off the bat, Josh Adams gets a few blocks from his lineman straight, laying my guys out. And he walks into the end zone for the touchdown. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. If I don't switch on to guys, they're just going to get pancake run straight into blockers every time. I can't have that happening. So, man, what a start to the season. I mean, a long run. Come on, man. But here we go, man. Here's our offense led by Carrington, the unlikely starter. He started out as third string, won over the job in the spring game. But he's gotta put together some drives, put together some games, because that job is not safe, especially with everybody so close. I don't think his job is exactly safe. If he doesn't show up, I mean, he can get his spot taken, but he's showing a good job of throwing to some receivers, but that time it's kind of off. He's 4 for 7 to start this drive, but on a 3rd and 10, he's going to get it to Medley, but Medley cannot hold on to it, so we're going to have to settle for the field goal, but not bad. I mean, for our first drive of the season of this dynasty, we get a field goal out of that. I mean, not bad, but we do have Notre Dame on the other side of the ball, and they're going to start driving. Winbush is finding St. Brown there, but on a 2nd and 2, playing cover 2 that time, Winbush is going to throw over the top of that cover 2, find a soft spot in the zone, and get the ball to his receiver. But on the next play, Noah Carter straight drops an interception. That could have been the first turnover of this Marquette dynasty, but on a 3rd down, Josh Adams gets stopped that time by Sergio Parrish, and they do settle for the field goal. So this game is still within reach. I mean, we held them to a field goal, so now only down by 7. So 2nd and 3, Carrington's gonna have a lot of pressure. He's gonna get it to his receiver that time, Herman. He's going to drop that pass, but on a 3rd and 3, we're going to get it right back to Herman, and he's going to run up past the 50-yard line. Herman Rogers for the 24-yard reception, and we're going to be looking to get him involved because, remember, if we get our athletes involved, that one was close to being intercepted on that one, but we luck out, and the drive stays alive. But on a 3rd and 6, Medley gets open in the zone, and Carrington throws an absolute dime. And look at that throw. I mean, you can't throw that ball any better. Over the top of the lineman, past the corner, and on a couple of plays later, Glenn Hall gets in for the first touchdown of this Marquette dynasty, and it is 10-10. I think Notre Dame was not expecting us to even score on offense, so they are going to come out firing with Josh Adams. And look at that. My God. He makes a move. I run right past him instead of breaking down for a 34-yard rush, and a couple of plays later, I would be doing the same thing. Go right back to Josh Adams, and he gets in for the 9-yard touchdown run. So we are back down by 7 to start the 2nd quarter, but Carrington's put together a couple of good drives. I mean, he's not looking bad, but this Notre Dame pass rush is a lot to handle. I swear, it is a lot. I mean, if you look at this, we're getting pressured on every play, and on the following play on a 3rd and 4, we get sacked there, and Carrington can't run. That's the only thing. If a play breaks down like that, I either have to sit in the pocket and take a sack, or, I mean, I got to throw it up into traffic. But did you see that glitchy route? That glitchy route, he was wide open on that one. He just cut open while the ball's in the air. But on a 3rd and 4, Notre Dame, Winbush, he's going to find his receiver this time and get in for the touchdown. So now it's a 2-score. We were just tied up 2 minutes ago. But Herman Rogers finds an open lane, gets past the 50-yard line, setting us up with some nice field position. So Carrington's got to take advantage of this field position on a 2nd and 5, rolling out to the right, throwing to the running back. That's actually Stanford on that one. He's dropping that pass. So he's 50% up to this point, 9 of 18. But on a 3rd and 5, he finds Cantrell, the tight end, but that's short of a first down. And on a 4th, he goes for it. Glenn Hall gets the ball on the handoff, and we're in business. We're on the 15-yard line, rolling out to the right side, throwing across the middle, and McCray is there for the touchdown grab. Remember that chemistry. It was there in the spring game. It's back. I mean, I think this chemistry is real. McCray and Carrington, they just find a way to find each other, and we're back down by 7. So this is an easily attainable lead here. I mean, we can catch this lead, and on a 3rd down, they throw the flats, but look at this. Offsides on Quinn Ramsauer, so we allow them to keep this drive alive. And you know the Heisman cheese, man. If you give them a second opportunity, they will not fail. So they continue with this drive. Winbush throws an absolute dime there in man coverage, and on a 1st and 10, look at the breakdown and coverage there. Tight end Smith gets open in the corner end zone. I actually came back with that wide receiver. That corner was supposed to have that deep zone. Why would he go back with the receiver? So we give up the touchdown. But Ken Carrington showing that, you know, he's a 63 overall quarterback, missing these throws. So that leads us to a 3rd down. They send a blitz, and we get sacked on the hit there. But on the ensuing drive, look at this move. We both get juked on that route. St. Brown gets open across the middle, and Winbush and the offense of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are showing some things, but Ali Christian comes up with a huge sack that time. So now they're facing a 3rd and 13, and one more time, Javon Pennington this time gets in for the sack. So we get the ball back, and we're in pretty good position here, down 2 scores, and Cantrell gets the ball there for the 1st down. So Carrington once again on a 1st down, finding McCray to the outside on a curl route. So they're playing a lot of zone right now. So I'm looking to throw the ball across the middle, and look at that throw. I mean, that was just at his feet, gave the receiver no chance to catch that ball. But on a 3rd down, they send a blitz. I have to get rid of it, and the defender knocks it down. So we punt once again. So Winbush and the Notre Dame offense comes back out, up 2 scores, and they've been moving the ball pretty well. We've had a couple of stops, but up to this point, we have stopped them pretty well, and that's another sack by our defense. But on a 3rd and 7, he finds Sanders once again, and that's going to be a heartbreaker because we get them down to another 3rd down, and they convert. And you know what happens when Josh Adams gets the ball. He barrels up inside of enemy territory, and they're facing another 3rd down, 3rd and 2 this time on the goal line, and they get in on the handoff to Dexter Williams. So now it is a 3-score lead, and we just had to get on the board here. So on a 2nd and 7, going deep, Cantrell, this man drops a pass over the middle, deep over the middle. But on a 3rd and 7, another blitz they're sending at us, and man, I mean, this pass rush is just too much, so we have to go for it here. 4th and 7, and like I said, I forget that this guy is not mobile. I roll out to the left, get hit while trying to just throw something up to McCray, and that's going to be a turnover. But on the ensuing possession, 3rd and 7, Winbush is going to try and throw into traffic, and this time Noah Carter is going to come up with the first interception of the Marquette Golden Eagles defense, and coming back out on the next drive. Did you see that pass? Perfect throw that time by Carrington, but the receiver just can't handle it. But, you know, our defense is just, they're playing pretty well. Ali Christian gets in for the sack. We've given up 38 points, but, I mean, our D-line is getting in for the pass rush. But the offense is just not there in the second half. We're getting sacked. Donnie Wolf's actually in the game at this point because Carrington got hurt. But on a 4th and 10, I don't even know who that ball was thrown to. That was just a horrible throw. But, I mean, in the fourth quarter, we are down by 3+ scores and just trying to make something out of nothing. Noah Carter with a nice return to set us up on the next drive. And I want to see a full drive from Donnie Wolf here. I mean, remember, he lost his job in the spring game. It wasn't really his job, but he was listed as first string, and Carrington took it over. So I want to see something from Donnie Wolf. Maybe he shows some flashes and it shows a sign of things to come, but we'll see. So on a 2nd and 10, he's going to find Stanford over the middle inside the red zone. So now we're about to the 10-yard line. On a play action, he's going to find Cantrell. And just like that, Donnie Wolf drives down the field, gets in for the touchdown, and that is a good sign because we need to know if we have options. I mean, if Donnie Wolf can come in and get it done. But I do like what Carrington did this game. He did not turn the ball over. He was I threw a lot of incompletions, don't get me wrong, but when I need to make a throw, I mean, he seemed like he threw some pretty accurate throws. And remember, attribute-wise, he's our most accurate quarterback, so I don't know if I want to lose that accuracy, but Donnie Wolf gets one more chance, down by, it looks like down by 3 scores this time, because it looks like we're down by 17, but it's under a minute left here, a minute left in this game. Donnie's going to drop back, find Rodgers open. The defense was collapsing on us, so we have to go for it. 4th and 5, 45 seconds left in this game. Donnie Wolf gets the snap, but that defensive end too fast for Donnie Wolf, and we go down in the season opener. 41-24. I mean, not too bad. I mean, you think about it, we're going up against ranked 25th in the nation, Notre Dame. You would expect something worse than that, but we actually showed up. Both sides of the ball did decent. I can't like be mad at 24 points on the board. But I mean, we're going up against a top team in Notre Dame. And I mean, all around, our defense played pretty well. We had an interception, we had 4 sacks. On offense, we didn't really have a big spark. I mean, McCray had a decent game, but we haven't found that spark yet on offense. But I mean, we have the next game we're going up against Minnesota, so we're gonna be looking to bounce back, and that might be a winnable game. It's Minnesota. I mean, they're not the top team in the Big Ten, but hit subscribe, hit that like button. We'll be back for the next episode. I mean, not a bad start, but we'll see how it goes next week, so let's go.